Live from our Jackson studio. Live from the Midtown Jackson studio and live from well into Deep 13. This is Lasco Cafe on Spreaker with the animalistic Jay the Brain Man, the animalistic Matthew the Wizard Nichols, and the pause for consideration, Steve the Baxman Baxley. I'm Franklin Pangborn, your announcer, with Morgul as a friendly drone. Let's go to the cafe and find out what's going on and join the guys on a whole crowd. It's Lasco Cafe on Spreaker. Welcome one and all to the Corsican Ball. That's right, it's another edition of Lasco Cafe, the only show that enters your mind, nay, wafts in your mind, and turns your medulla oblongata into jello. Why? Because as we all know, there's always room for jello. Thank you very much. Sound effects are good. I am Steve the Baxman Baxley, more congenial to host on the program. Let's introduce the round table that we know affectionately as All of Us. He is the host of Jay the Brain Man Presents Wrestle Anime Hut. Coming up a little bit later on in this little night of nights. He is also Buddy White's favorite chew toy, the only undefeated intergender wrestling champion of the world. And, well, he'll tell you the rest. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only. And you can have all that for $19.95 plus shipping and handling. And, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the gamer of gamers, the man, the myth, and the Adventure Time. He is the one and only gamer's best friend, the Wizard, Matthew Nichols.
Hello.
As Richard Dawson would say, we're live, the audience is taped. Anyway. The other voice you're hearing, which is not supposed to be heard, that is my esteemed mom, the owner of our little setup here in this part of Jackson, chastising the mouse assassin, who's in heat, but more about that later. Right now, speaking of heat, ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again to delve into the mind of our very own JTB. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Brainwave segment. And Brain, what's on your mind this week?
Welcome back, Halloween Havoc. That's it.
And that is your brainwave for this week. Aren't you glad you're here? Okay, and by the way, welcome, Franklin Pangborn. Thank you very much. Good to be here. And our whole show, we're going to do 30, and who knows, it's going to even be better. Anyway, speaking of which, Mr. Pangborn, do your business. Live on tape, it's the one and only Gamer News with Matthew the Wizard. Let's try again. Matthew the Wizard Nichols. And now here he is with the latest for gamers, the Wizard.
Alright. Well, I really do not have much for gamer news. Well, Super Mario Bros. 35 recently came out, which is a free-to-play battle royale type of game, which like Tetris 99, only playing the original Super Mario Bros. Against 4 other people. It's been very fun. Also, Genshin Impact, the free-to-play Breath of the Wild-ish type of game, it's been getting pretty good feedback, and a lot of players are playing it and streaming it on Twitch. And I myself played Genshin Impact, and it's pretty good. Also, some insiders managed to get their hands on Xbox Series X and showed off what the Series X can do on the backwards compatible games, and the results are pretty impressive. And we also had someone doing a hands-on of the PS5, showing off some hardware and games from Japanese YouTubers, but hardly any UI. And that's pretty much it.
And that's gamer news for this week. See you next week. I'm Franklin Pangborn. All right, thank you, Franklin.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't really prepared much. I just got done watching my friend Evelyn Strange do a 4-hour live stream of Doom Project Brutality mod.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good.
Cool. And we got some little news from the wrestling world. Plus, of course, the General is here with a very special belch. In fact, Mr. Pangborn, if you will, please, can you do the intro for this very special belch? Yes, I can. It's time to give evil what it deserves. It's time to give the bad what it deserves. An enema? No! The insidious belch of the week! Now, entering the foray. Applause, please. There we go. General Big Jimmy Billy Bobo Schwartz and Lieutenant Jimmy! Thank you! Thank you, at ease. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Eat 'em if you bake 'em.
Eat what? Eat what? What are we baking? Are we baking brownies or cookies or a cake?
We're gonna be baking some of them there special brownies. Corporal, we're gonna break 'em good for you.
Special brownies. What are these special brownies?
Oh yes, you're gonna love these special brownies. Lieutenant Jimmy? Yes, sir? You got a couple of them in your bag? Yes, I do. I got them. I always carry them with me, especially with the trail mix. Get yourself a star, son. That's good for you. Okay, here you go there.
So smell delicious.
Yes, and in about 5 minutes, he'll be in orbit. Okay, and while the orbit is going fast, it's time to give a very special belch. It's not to a person, no sir. It's to an object. Vote in an object. It's to that thing we like to call cancer. And took a good friend of ours away, Mr. Tom Farhat. And And from all of us here at the Insidious Belch, Brainwave Productions, Misfine Creativity Productions, Spreaker, and wrestling fans in the mid-Michigan area, including Lansing, Jackson, Battle Creek, etc. We send our sympathies, our condolences, our love, and our respect to the family of Tom Farhat. Cancer is a bitch. F cancer. And someday we're going to body slam cancer into the grave where it will never bug people or hurt people again. And with that, we have the special liquid. Yes, sir, we got it. We put it in, and our man has drunk it all. He's ready to blow. In that case, when ready, this is for Tom and everyone else who's lost their battle with this disease. When ready, fire!
That hit the spot.
Yes, it did. That hit the spot indeed. Tom, from all of us, thank you. And you are truly now in the Kobo Arena, in heaven, getting ready, doing what you do best, getting ready for that big event with Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, and the Road Warriors leading the way. Gentlemen, I offer the moment of silence. Daxman, you have the bell. Let it ring 10 times. Rest in paradise, Tom. Gentlemen, I'll see you guys next week. Dismissed. Ladies and gentlemen, the General and Lieutenant Jimmy. All right. Now, back to order. Because Tom would have wanted us to just get back to business, and that is what we plan to do. Get back to business.
Get back here.
And tonight, we got a little wrestling news for you, and then we'll do a little comedy for you. But right now, a little wrestling news.
Back here.
Let's give you the results of the NXT TakeOver.
Get back here.
Whilst we're here. Yes?
Sorry, I could hear some background noise.
Ah,
Yeah, I hear it too.
I hear 3.
Well, you should hear it, Steve. It's yours.
Okay, meanwhile, let's get doing the... Yes?
I'm talking about your mother. She keeps calling for that cat. Keep saying, "Get over
Oh, boy.
here."
Okay, I think.
Yeah. So Steve, Rocket League is now free to play.
Ding.
Oh, cool.
Yep, you can finally play Rocket League. So
Yes.
it's on the Epic Store.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the events du jour. The NXT North American title match. Johnny Gargano Priest. All they need is a rabbi and an Orthodox. Well, better not joke. Damian Priest won the match. Kushida versus the Velveteen Dream was our next match, and Kushida won that one. We then had the NXT Cruiserweight title match. Isaiah Santos Escobar. Olay! And, yes, friends, Santos Escobar won that match. We then had the NXT Men's title match, Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. And the winner of that match was Io Shirai. Wow. We then after the match, the crowd gets louder as the music hits. Balor, with blood also coming from his mouth, now snatches the NXT title belt from the ref and stands tall. He puts the belt around his waist as we go to replays, with the referee raising his arm. We come back, and Balor is approaching O'Reilly, who is still down in the corner. He extends his arm to help O'Reilly up, and O'Reilly lets him. They do a show of respect. As the NXT champ breaks out, O'Reilly raises Balor's arm in victory as they stand together. We suddenly see Ridge Holland standing on the other side of the barrier, staring at O'Reilly and Balor. He has knocked out Adam Cole. He has knocked out Adam Cole over his shoulder. Balor and O'Reilly turn and see Holland standing there with Cole. Holland drops Cole over the barrier to the floor at ringside. A furious Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish run down to check on Cole, but Holland has disappeared. The 31st TakeOver event goes off the air with Balor in the Undisputed Era tending to Cole at ringside, furious at Holland getting away. Ooh. So that was fun and interesting. Now, as you know, the WWE has, well, I'm going to say it, put their money-grubbing hands on their independent contractors using Twitch, and has forced the independent contractors to sign new contracts where it stipulates that the WWE gets half of their profits. Well, that did not sit well with one of the people, or did it? Well, let's give you their little doodah here. Paige issued a statement on her Twitter account. Not Twitter, Twitch account. Paige, who is retired from in-ring action and is not currently being used on WWE TV, is one of the talents who have built up strong following on Twitch with her frequent live streams. She took to Twitter this afternoon and commented on what she's built on the platform, which appears to be a reference to WWE's new edict on third-party activity. As Raj exclusively reported on Thursday, Chairman, CEO, and, well, you can come up with your own name for him, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, issued a reminder, or as I like to call it, a WWE fatwa to talent that they had until today, October 2nd, to cease all unauthorized third-party activities. Talents were reminded that repeated violations may result in potential fines, suspensions,
or terminations. It was also revealed that the WWE will be taking over the Twitch accounts created by talents in 4 weeks. WWE will reportedly own those accounts, and talents will receive a pittance of the revenue. This revenue will count against the pay from their downside guarantees. Paige noted on Twitter today that she's proud of what she's built with a fan base on Twitch. Pardonnez-moi. Mom, red light's on. Thank you.
I apologize.
Thank you.
You should just have her be the fourth co-host.
Here's what Paige said. Quote, Twitch is my place. What I built with my wonderful fans. A place where people can go and feel some positivity and a little bit of normalcy. Fun, interactive, non-judgmental, charitable place. I'm proud of what I built with my fan base. End quote. Stay tuned for more on the WWE's, what's going to call it straight out, third-party fatwa and the takeover of talent Twitch accounts. And I'll have a little statement on Wrestle Anime HUD about Mr. McMahon coming up. Suffice to say, it ain't nice. But it will be PG rated. Maybe. Anyway, let's we have more little ditties from the WWE's independent contractors. Dakota Kai reacted to the news, explaining the reason she got her Twitch stream up and running again. Quote, starting Twitch up again was purely for 3 reasons. To have fun as a gamer, communicate with y'all during a difficult year, and to give as much possible back to different charities. Thank you all for the continued support. We've already read to you Paige's comment. How about Zelina Vega? She's also on Twitch and responded in the comments about how helpful Paige has been with her own stream and what she's been able to do on her platform. Quote, and helped people, including me, get introduced to what is now my favorite platform, filled with positive, like-minded, and amazing people just looking to have fun during hard times in the world. It's where people support each other and grow together. A family. Always grateful to you, and host charities for people and animals in need. Yesterday, we raised enough money to help someone get their cat the surgery they needed to survive. We love what we built and worked hard for. And I'm just going to say this. None of the independent contractors of WWE appreciate one Vincent Kennedy McMahon and his fatwa. We also have, you're all probably saying, oh yeah, that's great on Twitch, but what about Cameo? Glad you asked. They're also having their talent sign agreements to turn over their Cameo accounts. Here are some of the key points from the agreement sent to talent. Gee, I wonder what voice I'll use. Oh yes. Have to use the prop. Talent affirm that WWE is their authorized representative. Talent authorized Cameo to make all payments and any other compensations to WWE. Cameo will not be made a party in any dispute between the talent and WWE. And the authorization can be canceled at any time, only if the account is canceled. Clink! General Bill Coulter. Shut up! I like Cameo. I particularly like talking to the ladies. But General, I'm just reading the statement. You know what you can do with that statement? But General, you can't say that. I'm not going to say that. Get off the air, Clink! So, there you go, and, wow. I think maybe the General should have belched a big one on Vince McMahon. Anyway, even James E. Cornette had a few words to say about Nugget Marines. And here's what he said. on a recent episode of the Jim Cornette Experience. I'm torn on this, as we talked before. I don't believe these doofuses that are supposed to be one thing on television for WWE should be completely another person doing completely out of character things for that person to do on another channel. But if that person's being the person that they are in WWE and being true to that, but doing something completely unrelated to wrestling on the side, then I'm on their side because Vince only owns them as far as wrestling. Cornette used an example from his time where a referee that worked under him had a shoe business in his personal life. However, he stayed true to his character and kept his wrestling life and personal life separate. And a lot of people are saying, well, they're being the real selves on these third parties things. Well, that's the problem I have. That's a problem I have because everyone's goddamn phony. Cornette expressed. If I was the promoter, I would be more upset about my talent being obviously phony by being completely different, but anything related to wrestling, you. When Brian Hildebrand was refereeing for me in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, his real job was working at a shoe store, Pigeon Forge. I didn't tell Brian I need a percentage of your bleeping money from the shoe store, or I'll take the money from the shoe store and give you a piece of it. But everybody knew he was bleep referee Mark Curtis, and he kayfabed, and he didn't expose the bleep business. You know that WWE superstars are independent contractors. Let's get it up there, boys. Thank you. And should be treated as such. However, he said that if WWE takes the action of taking over what wrestlers do outside the ring, then that means they should be employees, noting that WWE is the only company in wrestling history with the resources to make their wrestlers employees, unlike promotions in the territories. Cornette continued naming some of the biggest promotions throughout the past 20 or 30 years, noting that they did not, nor do they have the ability to make their independent contractors employees. However, he said that McMahon had no excuse to not classify WWE superstars as employees, or for that matter, wrestlers, and noted that former Democratic presidential nominee Andrew Yang knows that. And it goes on and on and on and on from there. But I gotta tell you, Jim Cornette, I mean, he said it best. F him. Tuesday on AEW Dark, which you can see on YouTube, Will Hobbs will take on Ryzen, Sean Dean versus Angelico with Jack Evans, John Silver, number 4, with Dark Order versus QT Marshall with Dustin Rhodes. Badu takes on Eddie Kingston. Matt Sydal versus Michael Nakawaza. Randy Rhodes with Dustin versus Kenzie Page. The Lucha Brothers with Eddie Kingston versus Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. versus Cesar Bononi and David Ali. Skylar Moore taking on Big Swole. Jurassic Express with Marco Stunt. I'm nicknaming him Maniac Marco Stunt because if you've seen this guy, he takes his life in his own hands. The guy is that good. Versus Ray Roses and Eric Watts. What? Eric Watts? I hope this isn't the Eric Watts of my father's Cowboy Bill Watts fame. Anthony Bowens and Lee Johnson taking on Chaos Project, or what me and Jay will look like in about 20 years. It wouldn't be bad. AEW Dark, Tuesday night, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, only on YouTube. And let's go from the wrestling to a little entertainment news. And for that, we go to our friends over at a Dateline as we go probably, oh no, not Dateline, Deadline. Let's go to Deadline where Hollywood meets all of us. And next week we're taking the comedy. We're taking the comedy and releasing it to the world. That's right. Walking Dead's Norman Reedus and executive producer Angela King talk about the season 10 finale, the end of series, the return of Ride, and a new spin-off. Now, we're not going to give you spoilers on The Walking Dead season 10 semi-finale, but wow. So you're going to have to read Deadline for that. The Inside Out LGBT Film Festival unveiled its juried winners today. The top accolades went to Faraz Sharat's No Hard Feelings for Best First Feature, and Aisling Chin Yi and Chase Joint's No Ordinary Man for Best Canadian Feature. The winners were announced by Inside Out's executive director Andrea Wilson and I hold that note for a little bit. And the festival's director of programming, Andrew Murphy. The festival continues through October the 11th. And for the first time in the festival's history, the awards were announced on opening weekend, allowing audiences the opportunity to view the films through the digital festival states. Audience winners will be unveiled on October 12th. And the Canadian Juried Awards, Body Still Fluorescent won for Emerging Canadian Artist, director David D. Giovanni. Best Canadian Short was Swimmers, directed by Chris Ross. And No Ordinary Man was the Best Canadian Feature. International Juried Award was No Hard Feelings, director Faraz Sharat. And there you go. And thank you, Alec Baldwin and Jim Carrey. Your appearance, along with Maya Rudolph, made Saturday Night Live the most watched season premiere in 4 years. It was a 46th season hosted by Chris Rock and Megan the Stallion. The season premiere drew 7.765 million total viewers and a 1.68 rating among adults in that valued 18 to 49 age range. In Fast Official live and same-day results from Nielsen, special ordered by NBC. That was SNL's number one most watched season debut in 4 years, second most watched in 12 years, only behind the 2016 opener a month before the last presidential election. Versus the year ago premiere, last night's telecast was up 27% in total viewers, up 26% in 18 to 49. SNL has traditionally done well in the run-up to the elections. The previous season opener, high mark 12 years ago, was also during an election year, 2008, when Tina Fey's impersonation of Sarah Palin dominated pop culture conversations. So that is not bad. Season 46 premiere was the second most watched episode in more than 3 years, only behind last season's blockbuster December 21st telecast hosted by Eddie Murphy with musical guest Lizzo and a cameo by let's see, it was number 2 in adults 1849. There you go. And huzzah, huzzee, huzzoo for that. That was, I'm going to say, by the way, the One Day at a Time CBS premiere of the, I guess we might as well say return, has been pushed back. It'll be on next Monday night because this Monday night, and I'm sorry, Bristol, but they had no choice. CBS has the Patriots-Chiefs NFL game tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on the full CBS television network. And the boys and girls at that four-letter sports network are messing in their dieties because Monday night is ours. We should have had it. Strange, isn't it? So see how CBS does it. I think CBS was the main one that told Pete Rozelle, we don't want a football game on Monday nights. Give it to ABC. They're third place. They'll they'll sink. Mm-hmm. Well, now CBS, you get your just desserts. Thanks to COVID. Patriots Chiefs, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Full network. Yay. So, get ready for that. Monday, October 12th. And that is, for want of a better word, that for that. And happy overnighty birthday to Clint Eastwood. There we go. Anyone with any final statements, predictions, recipes?
No.
Matt?
Nothing.
General? Nope. I have nothing. Pangborn?
Nothing here.
Okay then. Hey, by the way, how's the brownie?
Delicious.
Wow, your hair is different colors.
Yes, I have big, extremely special bodies. I have become Rainbow Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Rainbow.
And on that note, we say to thee, thank you for listening, and we will be back next Sunday night. Till then, remember to be safe, blessings, and go crazy.
We're out.